Hello, folks. This is Gwave here, and we're back with another LA Noire playthrough. Excuse me. Last time we were here, we ended up basically finding out two mysteries. One about a stolen car and the guy that did it, as well as basically a person who was like high in power in another country revealing that he was a pedophile. That he's a pedo. He liked doing it with young boys. So Cole is starting to get some recognition as a detective. So right now we're actually going to find out some more stuff and do some more mystery. So without further ado, let's begin. A marriage made in heaven. Yeah, I doubt it.
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to one round.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap.
So you're the first in this family born without a tail.
Hurry up, buddy.
Looks like the DA is going to press charges. Anna Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes convictions.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How do you do that?
I'll give him something better.
We'll see. Anyway, here we are. A hit and run, guys. Look at this. Like, dude is dead. Splat on the ground. Like, look at his back. It's all fucked up and everything.
Detectives, over here.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Vic is a white male named Lester Patterson. Walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here. Dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar. Name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
When have you been waiting to do that? Victim's hat.
I landed on his face and ended up here. The car must have struck him from behind.
Oh, here's something.
Patterson has life insurance.
Ah, wallet.
We can notify next of kin.
Alrighty. Let's take a look at you, fella. Yeah, you definitely look like someone that's seen way better days.
What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Yeah, sometimes it is possible for someone's
Body
chest to
traveled a good
open
20
up,
feet.
but it depends how hard the car hit them. Oh, here we
This blood
go.
is a long way from the body. The car must have been going like a bat out of hell.
You catch all the good ones, Phelps.
Skid marks.
So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
Almost like he was trying to not hit the guy. The guy came out from this alleyway. Aha!
A knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife. Doesn't tell me anything.
Alright, let's go talk to this lady.
She's all yours, Detective.
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski.
Alright, let's ask some questions, folks.
Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Hmm.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Hmm.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Hmm.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman, that's all.
Hmm. Man and woman?
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things are pretty difficult.
Ma'am, there's
Cough
more
it up,
important
sister. We don't
things
have all night.
than that
People
now.
arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
Alright, seems that we got some
Certainly got away with
information.
the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
Alright.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I do not trust this
expecting more,
guy.
Doctor.
This is one doctor I don't want to be with.
I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What
See?
may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Like, that kind of talk, I do not trust this guy.
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Your name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Not one of your favorite customers?
I could tell not.
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy.
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you going to tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna
Damn.
bitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm going to need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
I see. Let's make a quick call while we're here.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thank you.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
So first a hit and run, and now we find out that there's someone dealing with domestic violence. This is not good. Oh, right, the cop car's right over there. Alrighty, so we got either this or this one. Shelton residence. You know what? I think I'm gonna go to this one.
It's a lucky break getting a partial ID. These cases are usually dead in the water after 24 hours if no one comes forward.
Why don't they just stop?
You heard about fight or flight during the war?
Sure. Never back your enemy into a corner. That kind of stuff.
Right. Well, in a hit and run, the perp is already in flight. It's easier to keep going. Takes a degree of moral courage to stop and accept responsibility.
You're not as dumb as you make yourself out to be, are you, Stefan?
I didn't know I was making myself out to be dumb.
All units in the vicinity, see the security guard at 459 there now at 536 South Figueroa. Unit Ammo Code 2, identify.
Yeah, I can do that. Wait a minute, hold up. I could do this. Yep, almost there. So yeah, you want to do some of these side missions. They'll basically help you boost up your ranking and basically help you a lot.
11K, go ahead, KGPL.
What seemed to be the problem, sir?
Where the hell have you been? 4 punks been helping themselves to the suits.
Oswald Jacobs, you work here?
Goddamn right I do. I've been watching the place for 10 years, waiting for something like this.
Calm down. Show us to the suspects.
You go first. How about I back you up?
Yeah, back me up. That's that old guy they were questioning yesterday.
LAPD! Throw out the guns.
Freeze, you scumbags.
You're clear! Go! Stay down. Stay in cover!
I'll be right behind you, Phelps.
Got him.
Car 11K. Shots fired and suspects are down. We're code 4 here, but I'll need an ambulance at 536 South Figueroa Street, Holcher's Textiles. Also notify a supervisor and the coroner.
11K, roger on the ambulance and coroner, and I'll notify your supervisor. All units, 11K advises code 4 on the shooting at Holcher's Textiles. The suspects are down. Code 4.
All right. So that's good. We took out some little small-time gang. That's good. So yeah, throughout LA Noire, you could do other stuff to help boost up your ranking. But not just that. In LA Noire, there's not really that much big-time gangs in that, like in Max Payne or in GTA. Most of them are just like their own little side gangs that do their own stuff. Like little small-time gangs. But later on, we're gonna meet an actual big gang later on. Look at that. It's the car. Look how dented it is. So now we just wait. Look at that. He seems like he's in a rush. And look at that. The car's all dented. Like it hit someone.
William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Crap, he's getting away.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Shit. Damn it. Out of the way, out of the way.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
No wonder he killed someone, driving like this.
Almost got him. We'll get him, don't worry.
Let that asshole get away.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Shit!
He's heading into the station. Go on, get after him.
Hold it right there, Shelton.
Freeze or I'll shoot you.
How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
It is your fault.
You're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
Leave the coroner and the paperwork. Procedure can wait. We should probably go speak to the wife and let her know what's happening.
Okay.
You become all heart at the prospect of paperwork, don't you?
Look, man, I'm just trying to do my fucking job. Simple as that. What's wrong with that, bro? Alright, so we just stopped this guy.
Our units also needs assistance. 540 West 9th Street at Uncle Sam's Army Supply. 540 West 9th Street. Unit can handle code 2. Identify.
Not now. I want to focus on the main game. Damn asthma. Alright, this is the house.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Yeah.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
Alright, let's start asking this girl some questions because she don't seem that sad.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
I don't believe you for some reason.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna. It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
Notice how she's acting like she's a little happy that he's
Bartender said that
gone.
you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
You're being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
Oh, want me to back it up? Okay, here we go.
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crack games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit and run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Yeah, let's be real. She's definitely full of shit. Look at this guy. He keeps looking at us. And look, she's making sure we're leaving. Compare that to the other people that just let us walk out. It's obvious that she's hiding something.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thanks, ma'am. That's the cop. That seems like a decent guy.
Yeah, I am a decent guy. Thanks for noticing. See, not all cops are bad. Cole is one of the big examples of one being good. Alright, let's go to this place. Hopefully we can find some answers, because this seems like something that's bigger than a simple hit and run. Like, notice how the wife act, even if the husband was a piece of crap, notice how she was desperate to make sure we got out the house, and that guy just showed out of nowhere. This is definitely something bigger than a hit and run. Also, notice that other guy who hit the person was an idiot for taking the car that he drove in. Because whenever people commit a hit and run, they always want to get rid of the car. But this guy made the mistake of not doing that. Hello, sir.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
The knife.
You're kidding me. Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
Look, that's the latest thing.
Yup, because, again, this is more than just a simple hit and run. Like, there was a knife with blood and everything. It's a good thing we found that and we didn't ignore that. Let's get these two. Seriously. These two really made it obvious that they were up to some shit. From the way they behave, from the way they act. Like, that's the thing about people, is that they have a really impossible time making it clear that they did not commit a crime. Like, some people make it obvious. The only people that don't make it obvious are psychopaths who show no emotions and know how to make themselves look bold and act well. But then there's amateur criminals that make it obvious that they did something, and these two made it very clear that they did something bad. Here we are. Open up, lady. We know you're guilty. Bring that ass out here.
Madison. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do
You
with it.
think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
It's too late, Sabo.
Get back here, you bastard. Come here. Got your ass now.
Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
Don't make me do it, boy. Don't make me do it, boy.
Last chance to surrender, Sabo.
So see, look, this is definitely bigger than a hit and run. It was a planned murder to collect the insurance, to collect money. A hostage.
You stay back. I'll ice this one. I don't care.
Put the weapon down now. You want to back off.
Help me!
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
Got him. The bar.
So, I give you a hit and run. You bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder.
Yep.
This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
A marriage made in heaven. Yeah, very ironic that no, this was not made in heaven. So yeah, this really shows us just how much of a good detective Cole was. He can sense that there was something wrong. Something was fishy about all of this. Like, Cole could tell there was something not right about this, that this has to be something bigger than a hit and run, because we find a knife covered in blood in the alleyway. First off, who throws away a knife covered in that much blood in the alley if they were just cooking? Like, what the fuck? Who does that? And not just that, notice that the two made it obvious that they did something wrong. Like, the man, Leroy, he made it obvious that he was suspicious and he was in on it all along. Notice how hostile he was. And as for the wife, I forgot her name, but notice how she made it clear that she was happy her husband was dead. And notice how in the very end, she tried to make it like, you know, she had nothing to do with it, but in reality, she was. Because notice how she was desperate to have Leroy shot. And this proves right here that she was behind something. The two wanted to kill him so they could collect the insurance money and make it to, like, you know, so they can make their own business and stuff and like that. But this really shows you just how crooked these guys are. But in the end, they ended up getting exactly what they deserve. And you can tell that they are really terrible criminals. Like, they made it obvious that they were up to something and they were suspicious. So yeah, I'm going to end this video here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. Like and subscribe to the channel. Check out my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You want to see some other content. And I'll see you guys next time, because notice how Cole makes it clear how much an amazing cop and how much of an amazing detective he is. Like, he's able to solve all these murder mysteries. He knew something was up because he knew, like, basically when he saw the body, he looked at it and he's like, this guy has an open wound on his chest. And they were like, oh, basically when people get hit in a car, they can puncture their inside, can puncture and open them up, which is true. But that depends, like, how the person gets hit and if the bone gets broken. Like, for example, in his chest, if his ribs broke. But notice that when his ribs broke, they were not sticking out, or they didn't puncture his body at all. The autopsy guy, the forensics, he even looked at it again and saw that, yes, this dude was not killed by the car. He was already slowly dying. The car was the thing that just finished him off, but what really killed him was the knife that stabbed him in the chest multiple times. So, yeah, I really am glad that Cole found that out, because this really shows us just how much of a good detective he is and how much of a good cop he is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Check out my TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. We also did like a side mission today where we took down some random gang. And that's the thing, like, LA Noire doesn't really have that much big gangs like GTA and Max Payne do. There is one big gang we're going to face off against, but that's more later on in the game, where they're like, this big, the most powerful organization in the city, and we're going to meet them later on. Like, from now on out, whenever we go up against these random gangs, they're either like small-time crews or like little small-time gangs, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like and subscribe, all other fun stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Do another LA Noire playthrough. This is Gwave signing out. Bye.